So this video is a demonstration of a script that I have created, a script that does a Boolean with presets that have been added with the Fusion Cubic Presets palette. So I have my Fusion Cubic Presets palette open here. I also have a regular preset palette open here. And as demonstrated in another video, you can use the Fusion Cubic Presets palette to actually add regular presets. So if I, for instance, make a selection over here and I have that cone pointing downwards selected in my regular preset palette. Now if I click this button in the Fusion Cubic Presets palette and the placement has been set to combine align scale to elements, and placement is multiple, so if I select multiple polygons, if I run the script with no fusion button here, then you see that two presets have been added and scaled and aligned according to the selection of that polygon. Another thing that has happened, so you see they each have their own item layer, and also a group mask has been added to the shader tree. I'm going to Ctrl Z to undo for a moment. I'm also going to delete these masks. So the script that I have added does a Boolean and automatically cleans up the item list. So if I select these two polygons and now run the script through a hotkey, then I get an error because I have not added any presets. So I first should run, of course, my preset no fusion button over here, and now those presets have been added and aligned and scaled. You see in the shader tree again through group masks have been added, and now in the item list those two items have been selected. So in order for the script that I have created to work, I have to also add to the item selection my mesh that I want to work with. So that is this one. So I'm going to hold shift and press the left mouse button to add to that selection. You see that now in my item list I have my presets selected, and as the last one, and this is important, the last one selected needs to be the mesh that you are going to perform the Boolean operation on, is my mesh. And now I'm going to run the script with the hotkey. So when I press the hotkey, you see that the presets have been subtracted from the mesh, and also the presets have been deleted from the item list. You just have to still figure out a way to also delete these group masks automatically through the scripts, but for now that doesn't function. So if I, for instance, select these polygons and I'm going to go to an origin action center first, rotate them over here. Now select these and again run that no fusion script in the Fusion Cubic presets with that cone pointing downward selected in the regular preset palette. Again, these items, these presets have been added. I'm going to shift select the mesh that I want to perform the Boolean operation, press my hotkey, and the Boolean is being performed and my item list is being cleaned. So this automates that process. So if I, for instance, do that and scale it, I'm going to go to a local action center like that, and now maybe Control C, Control V, and to a origin access center, just like that. Now select these two, run the script from the Fusion Cubic Presets palette again, shift select my item that I want to Boolean subtract, press my hotkey, and you see those have been deleted. If I want it in another place, I press Ctrl Z to undo, move them up and resize those polygons if needed. If I want another shape, I can also scale them or rotate them. So if I, for instance, go to local and do a local scale, and I might want to align radial, I don't know if that's going to make a difference. No, it doesn't rotate the way I want to, so I'm going to rotate this one separately like that. Now shift, and that one, yeah, doesn't really matter for this demonstration. You can align it and rotate it the way you want to. So run my no fusion script, shift select my mesh that I want the boolean from, press my hotkey, and the boolean is being performed just like that. So the only way that I have to figure out still is how to clean up the shader tree. There is a script by Seneca, but that doesn't seem to work. I don't know if that's a correct one. It's remove non-p-tag materials. So in Modo 4 and 5, when you use a mesh preset in your scene, Modo creates all kinds of junk masks and create a huge sort order material duplicates issue in the shader tree. Use this script to remove that mess Modo just created. When I click it, they don't get deleted, so I have to check that out and maybe create my own script for doing that. But for now, this is about the scripts of doing Boolean subtracts with mesh presets. So again, if I, for instance, make a selection over here, I'm going to copy and paste that into another layer. I'm going to go to a local action center, scale it, and I should set it local. So if I do that, and then move it outwards maybe a bit, just like that, and again scale it. Now run my no fusion script, just like that. Shift select my geometry, execute the script, and you see the boolean gets performed. If I'm not happy, I can Ctrl Z to undo. For instance, scale with a origin accent center, scale inwards like that, run my cubic script, shift select my geometry, run my own script, and you see get a different result. And again, can do that as much as I want to. So if I want to place it somewhere else like that, again shift select the mesh script, and now the boolean is performed over there. So hope you found this useful.